You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. Now for a look at the news making international headlines this Monday, 11th of April.
Russia on Saturday warned the US of direct military confrontation should the US-led Western states continue pumping Ukraine with weapons and ammunition. Russia ambassador to the United States Anatoly Antonov made the remarks during an interview with New York-based Newsweek, adding that Ukraine is now stuffed up with Western weapons. Prior to the ambassador's statement, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson on Saturday vowed to provide more economic and military assistance to Kyiv amid the Ukraine-Russia conflict after meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky for a one-day visit. German Defense Minister Christine Lambrecht said Saturday that Germany has almost exhausted its ability to supply Ukraine with weapons from its army reserves. She added that direct deliveries from the arms industry are possible. Foreign ministers of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization member states on Wednesday held a meeting in Brussels on stepping up military support for Ukraine. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said that some allies are already providing a significant amount of advanced heavy weapons for Ukraine and that he expected the foreign ministers would make more commitments on how NATO can further support Ukraine. United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken said on Tuesday that the U.S. will provide an additional $100 million in security assistance to Ukraine, including anti-armor systems. Russia on Saturday demolished 65 military facilities of the Ukrainian army during an air assault, including 4 command posts and communication stations, 3 arsenals, and 41 strong points and weapon storage points, according to the Russian Defense Ministry. Meanwhile, the intensive shelling in Kharkov still continued, said a Ukrainian military spokesman on Saturday, adding that the Russian army is also amalgamating infantry and armored divisions to intensify operations in Donetsk and Lugansk. The two sides conducted 2 rounds of prisoner exchanges on Saturday night and Sunday, involving 4 employees of Rosatom State Nuclear Energy Corporation and some soldiers. According to the human rights representative of the Russian Federation, Tatiana Moskalikova. The Russian government said Sunday that it has raised its reserve fund by 273.4 billion rubles, or $3.4 billion to ensure economic stability in the face of external sanctions. The largest source of the increase, or 271.6 billion rubles, was additional oil and gas revenues received in the first quarter of 2022, the government said in a statement. Russia's reserve fund was created to finance unforeseen expenses and significant measures not covered by the federal budget.
Pope Francis on Sunday, the 10th of April, called for an Easter truce in Ukraine, leading to negotiations and peace. Put the weapons down, he said, at the end of the Palm Sunday service for tens of thousands of people at St. Peter's Square. Let an Easter truce start, but not to rearm and resume combat, but a truce to reach peace through a real negotiations, he said. Earlier this morning, Pope Francis condemned the folly of war, and he led Palm Sunday services into St. Peter's Square, saying in a reference to Ukraine that those who cause mothers to mourn and soldiers to kill know nothing of God. Since the war began, Francis has only mentioned Russia specifically in prayers, such as during a special global event for the peace on March 25th. But he has referred to Russia by using terms such as invasion and aggression. Last Wednesday, the 6th of April, he condemned the massacre of Bucha, and he kissed the Ukraine flag sent from the town where tired bodies shot in close range littered the streets after Russian troops withdrew, and the bodies poked out of the mass grave at the church. The Kremlin says allegations Russian forces committed war crimes by executing civilians, including in Bucha, were a monstrous forgery aimed at deterrogating the Russian army.
Tunisian on Sunday, April 10, protested against President Kais Saied, accusing him of imposing one-man rule in the North African country after he dissolved parliament last month. A political crisis in the country intensified last month when more than half of the members of parliament held an online session to revoke Saied's decrees. I think that Kais Saied has become the problem and dialogue should take place with all other bodies in order to stop the populist advance Kais Saied is carrying out, one of the leaders of the Citizen Against the Coup movement, Johar Ben Mabrak, said. Many members of parliament participated in the protests on Sunday, which took place with a heavy presence of anti-riot police. Protesters chanted, "The people want to overthrow the coup." After last month's online session which Saied dissolved, anti-terrorism police summoned the main opposition figure Rached Hanoshi and other lawmakers for questioning, prompting criticism from abroad as well as at home. A delegation from the European Parliament will visit Tunisia on Monday to urge the return of the democracy established after 2011 revolution that ended ended the autocratic rule of the late President Zine El Abidine Ben Ali. Sai took control of executive power in the middle of last year and has ruled by decree, which his opponent described as a coup. He has rejected his opponent's accusation and said he would hold talk on political reforms, but that traitor and thief would not participate in talks. Sai has previously said he would form a committee to rewrite the constitution, put it into a referendum in July, and then hold parliamentary election in December. The country's two main parties, Ennahda and Free Constitutional, which are bitterly opposed, have both said that they will oppose those plans.